Guys, we have an urgent breaking news coming out. USDA website slams Senate Democrats over SNAP battle. They're not blaming the Republicans. They're not calling out President Donald Trump. They're calling out Senate Democrats. Once again, this is coming out from the USDA website, Food and Nutrition Service. So this is what they said. Senate Democrats have now voted 12 times to not fund the food stamp program, also known as SNAP. The bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1st, 2025. We are approaching an inflection point for Senate Democrats. They can continue hold out for health care for illegal and other stuff. I'm going to skip that name there. Procedures. Or reopen the government so mothers, young ones, infants, and the most vulnerable among us can receive critical nutrition. Ladies and gentlemen, this is coming out from the Food and Nutrition Service, the USDA website. They are basically telling the Democrats, stop holding U.S. citizens hostage just because you can't get what you want. You can't get money for the illegals. You can't get money for the gender stuff. You can't get money for your own little scam stuff. You shouldn't be holding American hostage. All this time they are pointing finger at Donald. Donald this, Donald that. But even the USDA website are slamming the Senate Democrats. One thing I tell you guys, Republicans are declaring state of emergency. And so with those funds, they are opening up more food banks and getting more food in. My question to you, are Democrat states declaring emergency? Are they even signing blank checks? An anonymous person just donated $100 million for the military to get paid. Meanwhile, the Democrats have now voted 12 times to not fund the food stamp program. Shame. Shame. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. All right, let's see what's going on here. So once again, the USDA, Department of Agricultural website, has placed an advisory blaming Senate Democrats for the impending absence of food assistance benefits on its website. Starting November 1st, it is likely that over 40 million low-income beneficiaries will not receive Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, AID. Now, the USDA, which runs the program, is threatening to withhold between $5 billion and $6 billion in SNAP contingency funding if the gov shutdown lasts until next month. Now, people's like, well, Trump turned it down. Well, Trump helped in October. He gave the emergency funds. He even used tariffs to pay for the military. I mean, Republicans are just putting in a lot of work. The Democrats has not signed out one check or, again, even helped the population. The bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1st, the advisory says. It adds that the Senate Democrats are approaching an inflection point as the gov shutdown continues into its 26th day. What they are doing here, they are trying to get the American to go against Trump. And it's working. I see a lot of videos out there on TikTok. Trump this, Trump that. And one thing I tell you, a lot of people don't know a lot of stuff about politics. They just don't know. Many of these people get their info from TikTok or whatever, short clip videos, and all of a sudden they think they know everything. But if people do their own research and start watching videos, then you have a better understanding of what's really going on within our country. All right, so it says here the Senate left can continue to hold out for healthcare for illegal, excuse me, guys, and other stuff, very disturbing stuff, the gen stuff procedures, or reopen the gov so mothers, young ones, infants, and the most vulnerable among us can receive critical nutrition assistance. The shutdown has continued amid Senate Democrats' attempts to permanently extend subsidies offered under the Affordable Care Act. If the credits expire at the end of this year, premium payments for millions are set to increase, with the effects already being felt in some states. It says here, numerous states have warned residents that funding for November SNAP benefits is set to run out. The federal gov shares the cost of administering the program with states while states operate their own programs. SNAP funding is allocated to state monthly, with roughly $8 billion due to next month. In a memo first reported by Axios, the USDA argued the contingency funds can only be used to respond to unforeseen events, such as natural disaster. All right, so once again, this is a very important one, that the funds, which the next fund is meant for natural disasters. So we need backup funds. Let's say, hurricane hits Florida, or let's say, again, this a storm, La Nina, is slamming multiple states right now. All right, there's a snowstorm going on. A lot of people don't know that. Flood in Texas. A lot of people don't know that. But there's some stuff that's happening right now. And let's say one of these states get hit with a catastrophic event. We need those funds. We need those funds. Maybe, just maybe, the Democrats could open their checkbook and put in work too. Just like the Republicans and that anonymous person that put in $100+ million for the military. Again, Democrats, if you care so much about the American people, write a check. Write a check. Stop yapping. Stop calling out Donald. Donald is in Asia. He abandoned us. He's out there. He skipped town. Well, first of all, he's commander-in-chief. He's supposed to go to other countries and talk to world leaders. You guys are substitutes. Step in. Do something. Stop opening up your mouth and pointing fingers. Do your job. Schumer, boy, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go, Schumer. All you do is yap and talk and this and that. Again, you're not putting in work. You're not putting in work. You actually shut down the gov for the 12th time. You shut it down. And then you point finger at Donald. Let me shut it down. It's Donald's fault. It's really sad. It is. It's really sad. On Friday, hours after the USDA threatened to withhold funding, congressional Democrats slammed the administration. All right, so again, it's just crazy because, again, they shut it down, and then the next day they blame Donald for it. It's really sad. So what's next? The USDA is even calling out the Democrats because they want money for illegals. Again, Americans come first. Americans come first. If you want money for the illegal, call El Salvador. Call Nicaragua, Honduras. Call those countries that those people came from and tell those leaders, hey, pay up. Pay your child support. These are your people. They came to our land. Y'all need to pay child support. I mean, that's what I call it, child support, because it's their people. Again, they still need to support them. Why is it that we have to come and put in, and it's not billions that they're asking. I think they're asking for $1.5 trillion. You know, that type of money, it's crazy. Absolute crazy. And free healthcare? Free healthcare? I'm trying to get insurance for me. You know how much is insurance for one person? A month? We talking about the cheapest one is like 500 a month. And the most expensive one is like over $1,000. We don't get free healthcare. But the left want to give free to those that came into this land. That's just mind blowing. All right, guys. I will give you. Excuse me. I will bring you some more information of the snap. I got another video coming up. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share. Hopefully, the left and the right will come together, and I do believe there's a possibility at the very last minute before it hits midnight on October 31st. There's a possibility at the very last minute they're gonna come to some kind of agreement. But the left, yeah, I need to stop thinking about those other people. Americans come first. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.